One more. Okay. Do something quick for the legs. And call it quits. Woo. Okay. Question. Give me a question.
If you had a family member struggling with weight, what would you advise them to do first?
Haha. First of all, with family, it's tricky, just like anything. Especially when they know you as the last born. They saw you in diapers. They saw you running around naked, doing all sorts of hopeless things. Yeah, it's tough. So one, I guess I wouldn't rush to give unsolicited advice. But if an opportunity came for me to say something, one, it applies to anyone. They have to want it first. So if they honestly come out and ask, what can I do? Just what I've told you. The simplest thing I would start with doing is, before doing exercise, I would just cut out the sweet things. That's the first thing which I'll deal with. I'd cut out the sweet things. When it comes to nutrition, I'll tell someone, cut out the sweet things. Then two, stop doing deep fried carbs. So chips, pilau. So whenever you're mixing carbs with fat, so even if it's not deep fried, carbs and fat. So stop eating bread with butter and margarine, lots of margarine and what. Anything mixing fat and sugar and carbohydrate, I would say cut that out. And then I'll tell them to make sure that for every meal they're having some form of animal protein for breakfast, lunch, supper. Yeah, and stop missing meals. So cut out sugar, so sweet things. Take out sugar, take sodas, get all that stuff out. Two, stop mixing carbohydrates with fats. Worstly, if you're deep frying them, the chips, pilau, I've mentioned that. Chapatis, like, those really juicy, oily chapatis, like, cut that stuff out. Three, make sure you have protein, at least for each meal. And when I say protein, I'm talking about animal protein. Again, talking about vegan and vegetarian, that's a whole topical discussion, which I'm glad to have another time. But yes, have some animal protein for each meal. Stop missing meals. Yeah. Once you're doing all those and you're eating the right food, don't miss your meals. Yeah. Have breakfast, have lunch, have supper, and at least split those meals out at least 4 hours apart. Yeah. Don't eat anything less than within 4 hours. But if it's healthy food, you'd rather eat the healthy food than miss the meal. Yeah. But try to space it out every 4 hours. For me, if you started with that, you'll notice that your sleep will be much, much better already. That means you're at least improving your nutrition and your sleep. You'll already begin seeing certain gains on your weight. Then you can bring in the exercise. Lift weights at least twice a week. I've showed you what a sample workout can be. Of course, my legs tend to respond quite quick to exercise. So it's not my weak part. It's the upper body. So I devote more to that. So you could also just play around with your workout in a similar way. If legs is your weaker part, do a little bit more exercises on that side of things. Yeah, that's what I would do simply. That's what I would tell them to do simply. And then, if symptoms persist, seek advice. Yeah, you can always now come in for something much more personalized. But if you just start doing those, most people are getting those 4 or 5 things I've mentioned wrong. Start correcting those and you'll be on the right path. All right, let's do just some quick leg. So we do the legs. Oops.